Right, and for more on this now, we're delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest for the afternoon, Dr. Ayman Ghoneim, our economic and legal expert. Dr. Ayman, good afternoon, sir. Dr. Ayman, are you with me, sir, on the line? Good afternoon, Dr. Ayman. Dr. Ayman?
Yes.
Good afternoon,
yes,
Dr. Ayman. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
You're most welcome, madam. Good afternoon to you too.
Lovely to meet you too, sir. Now, Dr. Ayman, today, of course, as the Egyptian president attended a ceremony marking Labor Day, the message was clear. Honoring workers also means recognizing their role as partners in development. How important do you see today's address by the president and significant message he had for Egyptian workers, sir?
Well, actually, today's messages delivered by the president were crucial in showing that our political leadership appreciates the human capital of Egypt. Because actually our human capital is the most valuable asset we have. We know that Egypt is a young population. The share of the youngsters in the population is around 54%.
Yes.
I'm talking about 26 years old and less. Of course, many developed countries in Europe and North America, they do envy us on such young population.
Yes.
And this is an asset, but it's also a responsibility.
Absolutely.
It can turn into a liability if we don't invest well in the development of our human capital, in the training, in the education. But it can turn into a real asset and real benefit. And I can tell you that last year, for example, the remittance from the Egyptians abroad, it reached $36.5 billion US, and it was the highest source of foreign income for Egypt. Actually, it amounted to around 3.5 times the maximum annual revenues of Suez Canal, just to give you an example. During the term of President Abdel Fattah Sisi, since he was elected to presidency in 2014, he has given a real care and real attention to the development of our human capital, talking about improving and enhancing our educational system, especially the technical education system, and qualifying our young generation with the IT and artificial intelligence, and equipping them with the modern tools through which they can compete regionally and even globally. We've witnessed the opening of a lot of technological universities and smart universities. Of course, the most famous of which is King Salman University in Sinai. Also, we have Al Mansoura Technological University. We have Asyut University. We have a lot of universities that were opened as technical and smart universities. And the president has been sponsoring also the training of the students in the public universities, especially training them with the AI and IT tools. Of course, this goes side by side with the improving of the technical training of our working force, because we know that our national strategy for industrial development, it aims at increasing the share of the manufacturing industries to around 20% of the GDP by 2030, and providing from 7 to 8 million job opportunities and localizing the inputs of industries. All this will be attained by qualifying and equipping our young generations and young workers.
Absolutely, Doctor. Like you said, Egypt's current development model surely links labor productivity to the national modernization efforts. Now, how do you see investment, sir, in the workforce and in what you call human capital, really, training support Egypt's long-term infrastructural ambitions and development goals?
Well, actually, as you said, we have our long-term infrastructure and ambitions.
Yes.
The rate of unemployment, for example, in Egypt declined from around 12.7% in 2016 to presently 6.2%. So this means an improvement of 6.5%. And if you multiply it with the labor force in the formal sector, which is 30 million people, so we've created jobs for around 2 million inhabitants. We know that the informal economy is as big as the formal one, so we've created job opportunities for around 4 million, actually,
yes.
2 in the formal sector and 2 in the informal sector. But we have to acknowledge the fact that such job opportunities were largely created due to the construction industry, whether directly or indirectly, because when you spend capital, when you spend money in the construction industry, these people, they take the money and they do spend, so you have a whole movement or circulation of currency in the economy. Now we're trying to shift towards more sustainable job opportunities, because
yes.
we do not expect that the upsurge of the construction industry that was witnessed during the previous 12 years to continue forever. At that time, we did need such upsurge. We did need such construction process because of our ailing infrastructure. We have to be fair, our ailing infrastructure in 2010. But presently, we are trying to convert such infrastructure that was established. We're trying to convert them in order to support our economy to become a production-based and service-based and export-based economy. And in such an endeavor, the building and the training and qualification of our human capital
yes.
is of an utmost importance.
Absolutely.
And we've been actually during the last 12 years, Egypt has taken a lot of steps in encouraging especially the technical education,
yes.
the technical high schools and technical institutes.
Yes.
And there is a very big demand now in the industry for such technicians, not only in Egypt but in the whole region.
Abroad,
and
yes.
the reputation, but yes.
Yes, Dr. Ayman, that actually leads me to my next question about how, Egyptian workers contribute to national development beyond the traditional sectors, as you mentioned, to things related to technology, industry, technical spheres, agriculture, for example, etc.
Well, as you said, and as I told you,
yes.
Egypt is now trying to encourage and enhance its technical and agricultural high schools
Absolutely.
and institutes. And I can really assure you that the education of the Egyptian technicians and agricultural specialists is really very strong, especially in the Middle East region. And we have a total remittance of, as I told you, of 36.5 billion last year, just to prove this.
Yes.
The Egyptian workers are now the backbone of such strategy to enhance our production facilities. And the good thing here, or the remarkable thing here actually, is that the president realizes that we have to continuously improve and continuously add and develop, because in today...
Dr. Ayman? Yes.
Yes?
Yes, I can hear you, sorry.
Yes, in today's world, the competition is very strong, and if we don't continuously improve and add to the capabilities of our workers, we'll find our maybe Asian counterparties or African counterparties or competitors,
yes.
They can do better. And that's why the president has focused during the last 10 years on the development of the educational infrastructure, especially in the technical schools.
Absolutely. Dr. Ayman, I want to ask you about something else, and another side of the coin. How do you see recognizing workers' contributions, their hard work, celebrating them, strengthen issues related to, for example, social cohesion, national identity, the role that the Egyptians feel and have and indeed play with regards to the development of their nation?
Well, actually, I would add to what you said that we really want to see the religious address, the religious speech, both the Christian and the Muslim, to address such important and crucial aspects like the importance of perfecting one's work, the importance of maintaining ethics in work, the importance of doing the best job one can do, the importance of preserving the infrastructure and the public facilities and the production facilities. We really would like to add to all what you said the role of the religious address and religious preaching in the Islamic as well as the Christian religious institutions. And we've spoken about this a lot, and I believe that our Minister of Endowments is really aware of such needs, and he has been calling for his preachers, he has been calling them to adopt these topics and these issues that are so much related to the lives of the people, that are so much related also to the development of the nation.
Right. Dr. Ayman, of course, today the President also held an inspection tour at the National Egyptian Company for Railway Industries, a company located in East Port Said, covers an area of 300,000 square meters, and it is specialized in the localization and manufacturing of railway and metro carriages. Now, let's talk a bit about the importance of such a project. How do you see this objective and the strategic objective of such a project as Egypt seeks to achieve more networking with regards to its transport routes and networks, achieved through, for example, the high-speed rail electric network, and reshaping really the whole transportation system in Egypt?
Well, let me go back one step behind, and let me tell you that President Sisi, since he was elected to presidency in 2014, he has been dealing with a lot of chronic problems in Egypt, whether chronic problems in health, like he dealt with virus C, also chronic problems in the Egyptian economy and industries. And one of the chronic problems here was that the Egyptian industry was predominantly an assembly industry, an assembling industry, meaning that we used to import the components and we used to assemble them, and that's why when we used to have industrial expansion, this usually led to an expansion in importation and a burden on our balance of payments. Of course, here I'm not only talking about the automotive industry, I'm talking about the wide array of industries, including, by the way, consumer industries. And that's why the President focused on the importance of localizing the inputs of the manufacturing industries. And here the good news is that we don't have to have raw materials to localize the inputs of the industries. I always give this example that you can look at a cell phone. It can be sold in the market for, let's say, 10,000 pounds, but at the price of raw materials as material, it's no more than 20 to 30 pounds. But on such raw material, you did like thousands or even hundreds of thousands of industrial processes in order to convert them into components, and then to convert them into semi-finished goods, and then to assemble them in one cell phone.
Yes.
This is exactly what the President wants. He wants to increase the number of value addition steps, industrial value addition steps that are undertaken on each product in Egypt. And we have a lot of competitive advantages here to offer both the local as well as regional and international investors. Of course, we're talking about our location because, you know, the goods that are produced in Southeast Asia, for example, they take a lot of expenses in order, and a lot of risks, actually, in order to be transferred from the Indian Ocean to the Arabian Sea, then the Bab-el-Mandeb Strait, and then the Red Sea, till they reach Suez Canal, and then they are exported to Southern Europe and North America.
Yes.
All such costs and risks are deducted from the goods that are manufactured in Egypt. This is only one side of our competitive advantages. Also, we can talk about the competitiveness in the prices of our factors of production. And of course, this emanated from an unfortunate event, which is the depreciation of the Egyptian pound. Of course, such depreciation led to inflation, yes, we do acknowledge, but it also led to a more competitive factors of production.
Yes.
So now we're trying to assemble all these components together in order to advance our manufacturing industries.
Absolutely. Finally, Dr. Ayman, how do you see, investment in the Egyptian workforce, training to support Egyptian workers, Egyptian cadres, if you were, for the development of Egypt's long-term ambitions and sustainable development goals?
Well, I would really want to see a lot of partnerships being struck between international as well as local manufacturing facilities, offering such on-the-job training, and especially in a place like Suez Canal zone. And the reputation of our people, especially our workforce, is that they are very intelligent, they are witty, and they can absorb information, and they can absorb practices very quickly. Therefore, even if there are some shortcomings in the educational systems, which you have, of course, to acknowledge, despite, of course, the efforts of improving and the efforts of development. But I believe that the delivering on-the-job training through partnerships with the foreign companies, and by the way, not only Western companies, we can make a very good use from the experiences of the Eastern companies, the Chinese and the Indian companies.
Yes.
Whether in manufacturing industries or in the AI or in the different technological aspects.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely right.
So, sure.
Carry on, Doctor. Yes, I'm listening.
So I believe that this would really yield very strong results.
Absolutely right. We'll leave it at that. I'd like to thank you very, very much, Dr. Ayman Ghoneim, our economic and legal expert. Many thanks, sir, for your time and your insight and for joining us this afternoon on our coverage here on Nile TV International. We take a very short break and we'll be back for more. Do stay tuned.